One application where computer vision can be very useful is in railway operations. So say that you have a train station, could be train crossings as well on the roadside. This is where computer vision can come into account. You can use Ultralytics models. You can train a YOLO model to detect trains, different objects. You can even just use the base class to detect person, train, all different types of vehicles. Could be people crossing the tracks, could be when you jump on and off the train, we can have a computer vision system monitoring the situation. Right now, let's just jump straight into this blog post that we have from Ultralytics, go over some of the applications of computer vision in railway operations. I'm going to give you a few ideas about different projects that you can come up with, but also how you can use Ultralytics YOLO model to set up object detection and segmentation models to do different types of analytics and also just railway safety monitoring systems. So we have different blog posts. We cover them here on the YouTube channel. Go inside the Ultralytics website, go through all the blog posts and so on. And we cover all the details that you need to know about computer vision, but also just cover applications, projects of computer vision, and how you can actually get more practical experience. So a very cool thing here that we can do, we can even just use the base model with the Coco classes out of the box to get the train. We can get it here when people are entering and leaving the trains. We can do person detection. You can even go in and do line crossings as well. So you can have an automated computer vision system counting how many people are entering the trains, how many people are going out of the trains. Then you can keep some analytics around that as well. So you can have a CCTV cameras sitting there. Could also be when a train is approaching the station. Is people too close to the tracks? You could have different zones, so you can have inclusion zones, exclusion zones, danger zones, and all of that. You can use polygon zones for that, and then you can check if the predictions are within that zone. So it could be alarm system, could be analytics system with how many people are basically walking in and out. Could also just be how many people are there. But you can combine all of them together, and it can both be at the station, but it can also be at the train crossings on the road. So it could be that you have these barriers coming down, you have the flashing red light when a car can cross. A very good use case for that is pretty much just detecting. You can go in and detect the barriers. Are they up or are they down? You can detect if the light is on or off. Then you can set up an alert based system that says if any vehicle or person is crossing the tracks here when their alert is on. So basically when the lights are on and also the barriers are going down, is someone crossing the tracks. Then you can raise an alert, you can find an alert, you can do analytics, you can even have critical, non-critical alerts. Could be that the train has already passed and then people are moving after. That could be a non-critical alert. But if people are crossing when the lights are turning red, the train is approaching, you can raise a critical alert because we don't want to have any accidents, anything here. So this is more like a safety monitoring system, but you can apply it because we both do the detections of the people, all the vehicles and all that. Then you can have a line on the tracks. Then you can even have an in and out counter. We have all these counters available directly out of the box with Ultralytics. So these are some of the applications and use cases, even just project ideas that you can test out on your own with Ultralytics. We have the base models directly available. We have the line crossing. We have zone. We can do zone tracking, even just zone detections as well. You can do queue. So if there's a queue going in and out of the train, how many people are waiting on the train, how many people are entering the train. All these different types of analytics can be done. So object detection, object tracking, we need to combine that. We can even do post estimation. But again, most of the use cases is just around doing object detection and then tracking people over time, and then apply these counters as I already mentioned. You can detect people, you can detect lockets, different tools. Are people near the tracks? Are they on the tracks? Like if you're at the station and you can see people on the track, you can find an alert too. So all these use cases are very, very cool for a computer vision system. Could even just be for maintenance tasks as well, as we have inside the blog post. So the train tracks, are they defective? Different types of defective, are they non-defective? You can train computer vision models to go in and see this directly. Of course, that will require like a camera actually seeing it, but it could also just be like for driving safer operations with AI in railway infrastructure. detecting hazards, are people on the tracks, all these different use cases that we already went through. And there's tons of different use cases that you can apply on it, but I really encourage you, if you're getting into computer vision, if you want to test out, play around with Ultralytics models, this is probably the coolest project and idea that I can come up with, because it covers every single aspect of it. You need to train a model, you need to run the model inference, you need to apply different trackers. You can play around with different trackers, counting. How do you do a line counting? You can do region counting as well. All of these things combined apply alert systems for monitoring. You can create dashboards on top of the analytics and all that. All these things here are very important, especially in real world operations. It's predictive maintenance. You can see trends over time, all of that as well. 24/7 monitoring. You always have your cameras sitting there. You can just run the computer vision models on top of it. Once it's implemented, you have the system working at one station, one rail crossing. It's basically just getting enough data so the models can generalize good enough, and it's relatively easy to scale as well. There's some privacy concerns about like surveillance in public areas and all that, but again, it's just detection, it's not recognition. High initial cost. We need to get the systems out there, up and running first, complex integration, depending on if you want to run it on the edge or you want to run it in the cloud, real-time processing and all that. So make sure that you both take into account the pros and the cons. But if you want to just get a project up and running and show some cool stuff off, check out how we can apply these applications in railway operations. Hope you guys learned a ton this video here, gotten some insights, new ideas into new projects. Hope to see you guys in one of the upcoming videos. Until then, happy learning.